guys, it's Lex. I'm really sorry that I have taken so long to post another lock picking video, but I have a double feature for you today. So essentially I am going to be picking two locks for you on camera. The first one I have is an American Lock, and it is a Series L50. Okay, so this lock I essentially found on top of an irrigation park, or an irrigation box at my local park. So essentially what happened was apparently some city employee locked it and couldn't figure it out, and they just left it sitting on top of the box, and I was like, oh, I saw it there for like 3 weeks in a row, and I was like, well, if no one wants it, I'll pick it. So I have this American Lock to pick for you guys. I also have, sorry, I'm coming to you live from my lovely closet. I also have just a combination master lock that I will show you how to pick. Now this one, please don't utilize to your advantage if you are like a high school kid and you just want to like get into your friend's locker. Not cool. Don't be a stalker. This is just in case like you forgot your combination. This one actually does not have the fun little master key thing on the back. So if you forget your combination on this one, you're screwed. But I will help you out. All right, so the first one I'm going to be picking is the American Lock. Now, if you can, I recommend for this lock, really easy to pick, put the American Lock emblem face down in your palm. So I have the Series L50 facing upwards. Now, take your tension rod. You will still need a tension rod for this one. But if you've got the American facing down in your palm, then to the outside of the lock away from you, that's where you're gonna put your tension rod. So you're gonna, if you've seen my other videos, you know how to place a tension rod. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna stick it very gently into only a little bit to the outside facing you. Okay, or to the outside facing away from you, because the American Lock is facing downwards. So place your tension rod in really gently on this side of the lock away from you, and put a little bit of pressure on it with your finger. Now, the fun thing that I have like a million different types of picks, and I recently figured out that this fun little double pick comes really handy for this type of lock, because there are pins on each side of the lock. So to be able to pick individually on each side at the same time is pretty difficult. So if you have something like this, and I can leave a link in the description below, because I have like I got like a huge set of these green handled picks, and there are some of them I'm just like, I look at them like, what the fuck would I ever use that for? But this one does come in handy for this lock. So with my tension rod in to this side of the lock, and like I said, American side down, tension rod to this side, light pressure. All right, now I'm going to take this fun double pick, and I'm just going to rake the inside of the lock. And it literally just took that. Boom. If you want to see it again, I can show you real quick. But so that's open. Click it back into place. All right, so like I said, L50 side up, tension rod to the furthest away from you, light pressure down, cool double pick, rake, rake, rake. Oh, sorry. Oh, I got stuck. Sorry. I pressed a little bit. I got a little bit too ahead of myself. Sorry. If you end up pressing down too hard on the tension rod, you can lock pins into place before they're actually in place. So it ends up kind of just messing you up. So you got to kind of let go, restart. Rake, rake. And you want to put gentle pressure as you rake across the pins. And then your tension rod acts as your key. So as you've raked all the pins into place that are inside this pin and barrel, as you rake them into place and you're putting constant pressure down, as the pins fall into place, this will just sort of kind of fall into place, and this acts as your key. So there's that. So this is the American Lock L50. Like I said, this is one I just found outside. Somebody had abandoned it. Now it's mine. I have no key for it. So it's just a fun piece to pick when I get bored. All right, so now for my double feature, I'm going to show you how to pick a common little master lock. Now this is a combination lock, so it usually has twists this way, you know, this many times, that way that many times, that way that many times, and then boom, it opens. But if you don't have a combination to this, really super easy thing to do, and you can actually do this with a bobby pin or a safety pin, or a nice sharp pick. Doesn't matter. All you're gonna do is, so like let's say this was hooked onto a locker. You are going to pull down on the lock as much as you can. So I'm gonna put a bunch of pressure down, and then typically these locks are gonna open to the side closest to you from the zero. So if I'm looking at this lock, it's gonna open to the left. So if I have it straight up and down at zero, the left side of the lock is probably where it's going to open from, most likely. If you don't find that it opens from the left side, then try the right side. But all you have to do is pull down, put a bunch of pressure pulling down on the lock, take your pick or safety pin or whatever hard object that has to be small enough, but it has to be small enough to fit into this portion of the lock. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down on the lock. I'm going to jam this right down into this piece of the lock right over here. So like I said, putting pressure on it. Basically I'm yanking as much as I can on the lock, and then just jam something sharp or pointy into this portion, and then boom, it opens right up. Because essentially all this is a shackle. So you've got this part here. That's the little shackle that locks down into, boom, clicked, it's locked. But if you pull up enough that you can actually jam something in between there. So I have this pick, but I can do it with a safety pin too. So I'll show you with a safety pin. Undo your safety pin, pull down on the lock so that you have enough room to just jam something in here. And all you want to do is take the needly point of the safety pin, and you're just going to jam it right down into that shackle to push it aside. So easy peasy. So that's how you would do, like, if you need to unlock a master lock quickly, it's really not that difficult. You don't need the combination. But yeah, so anyway, I know it's been a long time, guys, and I really appreciate you hanging out and watching my videos. And I hope that this double feature sort of made up for the fact that I've been absent for quite a while. But I've been working on a lot of game development stuff, so haven't got as much time as I wanted to, you know, lockpick and stuff. But it is still an awesome hobby of mine, and I love it. So I hope you do too. And like I said, please don't abuse these powers. Locks are just an illusion of security. And I hope you all have a great night. Love y'all. Bye.